I'm in the middle of doing a little bit of planning for the week for our homeschool week. So I thought I would bring you with me just to kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like when I plan. And I also thought I would give you a little bit of an update on how our curriculum is going. And I thought I would go ahead and just do it live, save myself a little bit of editing. But also, if anybody does happen to jump on here and have any questions, I can go ahead and just answer them right now. Um, my toddler is here. Hopefully he stays entertained. If not, I may end up having to cut it short. We'll see. But anyway, after all of that, I just wanted to show you kind of how I do my planning. I do have a video showing my Limelife Planner, and that's the company that I use. I love it. I love their planners. I used it last year as well, but I actually really love the layout that I chose this year. I can't remember the layout name, but like I said, I made a video on it, so I'll try to link it somewhere after this video is over. But I just kind of want to show you how I do this. So I have this little check it off template. I probably got it from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. I'm not really sure where I got it. But I just always use this every week. That way it just kind of keeps it somewhat neat and create the little check boxes there. And then I always just pre-populate it in with the subjects that we routinely do, which is Bible, math, language arts, history. I just have reading on there to keep us accountable. Computer, again, is just nothing fancy. And then also to keep us with the spelling. So basically, I just go through and see where we left off. I only plan a week at a time. And even then, even with only planning a week at a time, I use these pens and I love them. These are my favorite. They are from Pilot and they're the friction erasable pens. And if something changes, even in just that week that we're planning, they are so easy to erase, but it is a pen. So because I prefer to use a pen, but they erase really well. Hopefully I can do it one-handed, but they erase so well. I love them. And they just erase via, well, I guess friction. That's probably why it's called friction. They've just got this little rubber eraser thing here on it, and I love them. I use them constantly. Anyway, okay, so like I said, I only plan about a week at a time, usually not more than that, because I just go on Sunday night and I see where we left off the previous week, and I just kind of gauge how long each lesson is, if they can do an entire lesson in a day, or if they, will need more than one lesson. Like I went through and looked, I can't remember what lesson. Oh, I think for my son, that lesson 53, it looks like it's going to take him 2 days to get through. Again, it's all fluid. It's never exactly that. And then history, which we are loving history, by the way. I am so glad that we chose to do this year. We are in lesson 10, and we are doing one lesson a week. We do history twice a week, and then we do science the other 2 days. So for science, we, surprise, surprise, are also using the good and the beautiful. And we have been going through the safety unit, and we are almost finished with that, which I think the kids are excited about. I think we're going to lesson 6 now. We've went through this a little bit slower because they also do science in their co-op, and so we just haven't needed to move very fast. And then after that, we get to move on to the human body, which we're really excited about. So you have to let me know if you have any questions about the science. After we finish the human body, we will be doing intro to energy. So we're liking that. Again, same thing. We're just doing one lesson a week, and that's it. Just keeping it really simple, not doing anything too intensive. But I just go through and look to see what lesson we have going on for that week, which, like I said, this is going to be lesson 6, and it lets you know usually what you need, and so I can go ahead and make note of that if I want to, if there's anything outside the house that I need to purchase, which usually there's not. And that's the same with history. I can just quickly glance, and it lets me know. I use these. I love these bookmarks. They're just little magnetic bookmarks from the dollar spot. And so those are great. Anyway, it lets me know. My son is yelling about something. It lets me know if I need anything extra. So I know that for lesson 10 this week, I don't need anything extra, which is great. All right, we're good. So I already talked about language arts. My son, who is 6 and technically first grade, we're actually reworking through level K again, and just going at a faster pace. Now that he has a better understanding and he's really starting to get a grasp on reading, I feel like it is beneficial for us to go through it again and he can have a higher understanding. I do have, and I even have it here, I think. Maybe I don't. Oh, yeah. I do have the level 1 purchased for him. We just haven't started that yet, but we're going through it pretty quickly. He's on lesson 52, and we're only like 9 weeks into school. So we're going through that pretty quickly. And then my daughter is also, she's doing the level 2 of the language arts, and she's actually technically 3rd grade, but it doesn't necessarily go by grade level. And that's just where she best fits. But we started this last year, so she is also, I think, around 50 something lessons into it now, I think, is where she is. She's starting to do sentence diagramming and such. So we are really enjoying that, though. That is great. So like I said, I just plan that week by week so that we know, or so that we like don't get ahead of ourselves. And if a lesson takes longer than we thought that it would, or it doesn't take as long, we can just shift. And like I said, use this amazing pen that I love. Other than that, all right, so I'm going to be honest because I feel that's important. We got this science curriculum, and I've heard really good things about it, and I think it will be really good, but we just haven't done much with it yet. And maybe because even to me, spelling is just not a fun subject. We have worked through step 1, and they pretty much have the first cards done. And then we need to start working on step 2. But so far for step 2, all I've done is did these little cards here. So I'm going to put some magnets on the back of these so we can start step 2 because we have to start using those soon. I just don't have the motivation, but we're going to start working on spelling soon. We're going to add that in. It's time. We need to do that. And I think that's it for computer. We keep that real basic. There's nothing formal about that. It's like Adventure Academy or Prodigy Math, or my son likes to do ABC Mouse still, or Teacher Monster to read. So that's nothing formal. And then I think that's it. Oh, and then we've got Bible, which we also need to get a little bit better about being more strict on, but I need to look up and see what lesson we're on for that. Other than that, I think that's where we are. And that is pretty much the gist of planning. Like I said, I love this planner. Fridays are usually kind of like our field trip day, and we keep things not really formal. It's like a makeup day, so I don't usually plan out Fridays. I just plan Mondays through Thursdays. But I love it because in this planner, I get to keep all the school stuff here. And then on the opposite side, it does have Saturday and Sunday and a couple note spots. So I have this open for us for the rest of the week. I love it. I do also, I think I have a code that you can get $10 off if you wanted to get a planner. Love it. This is actually not a homeschool specific layout, but it works for our homeschool. So if you have any questions about that, or you're watching this later and you have any questions about any of the curriculum that we're currently using, the science, language arts, spelling, which I can't give you a whole lot of answers on that yet, or how we do reading or computer or whatever, go ahead and leave the questions below and I will try to answer you, or history. Anyway, hopefully I provided you a little bit of helpful information as you plan out maybe your homeschool week. Let me know below, what day do you do your homeschool planning? Or maybe you don't do it weekly. Maybe you do it monthly, or maybe you are like on the ball and you plan for the whole year. Let me know how you do it. I love hearing how other people do their homeschool, because I know that a big reason why a lot of us homeschool is so that we can make it work for our family. So I love hearing what works for other families. I'm going to finish this up, and it's almost 6 o'clock here. So get some dinner and finish up my night so we can get the rest of our week going. All right, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you for a video on Tuesday. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye.